Hey, this is John Young with the Weekend Handyman. It's that time of year again where it's time to start looking for some gifts for that little DIYer on your Christmas list. And I've got a few suggestions for this year's list. Now, I was looking to stay in that under $20. There's some great purchases under $20, and there's some just a hair a bit above that. And this video is going to be mainly there, and it's going to have a couple of additional items that will be on this list. So let's just jump right into today's list. First off, gloves are a big thing for me. Check these out. These are from Venom Steel. These are their nitro gloves that are a protection. They're a two-layer glove actually, but they are an extra protection. You can see I've got them on right here. That will allow you to be able to go out and do a lot of different jobs and different tasks and such and protect your hands with a two-layer glove. There's a little bit of grip to it, so you're going to be able to hold on to things, and you're going to have that protection in some chemicals, or if you're doing some things like cement, if you're doing some minor masonry, these would be a great option for you. The nitro gloves from Venom Steel, they run just under $20, around $18 to $19, and we'll have the link in the description below so you can go out and check them out. Our second item here today is utility knives. Now this is the one actually I've talked about before from Craftsman. This is a two-bladed unit. So it actually has two little handles right here. If you can see one here, and you can push one forward and have that blade. So if you want to have a traditional utility knife blade, and then you can slide that back down and push the other side up to have a second blade. Well, not only does Craftsman have one, which you can pick up at Lowe's for around $16 to $18, Stanley in their Fat Max line also has one. Same concept. Two blade, the two handles right there. You can one up at a time. Put two different blades, whatever type of blades you want to have. You can put the same blade in if you wanted to, I guess. Maybe then you'd have one that lasted longer. I don't know. But anyway, nice little idea. What I do is I have one, it's a traditional blade, and I have one that's a hooked blade, so it's available for going and opening up boxes really quickly and easily without damaging anything. Available online. Links down below. Check them out. So we're talking Black Friday week, and this week, if you go to Lowe's, they have got multiple tool sets from Kobalt. They've got their wrenches, their adjustable end wrenches. They have what would be considered a water pump plier right there, and they have a third set, which is right here, which is our more of a vice grip. Now these three sets are available at right now. You can go and get these from Lowe's. They're a nice heavy-duty set of tools. You get three tools here or the other one. And they're like $13, 12 something, so you can go and get yourself some tools if you need to get into these. These are an awesome deal. Sizes, we have a 6-inch, an 8-inch, and a 10-inch in the adjustable end wrenches. And you get over into the three-piece here, you got an 8, 10, and 12. And of course, what I like about the larger ones when you get into this is that you can actually use them to take the covers or the lids off jars if you get yourself into that type of situation. Next is the multi-tip screwdrivers. You can almost never go wrong getting that person on your list one of these. Whether it's the DeWalt one that has, oh goodness gracious, a dozen bits, or if you want the Lennox one that has, I think it's got like 9 bits, I believe, or nine tools in this. A multi-bit screwdriver is definitely a great addition to any stocking stuffer. These are available. You can get these on most of the big box stores are carrying variations of these. The idea though is you don't want to go too cheap and get a really crappy one, because if you get one that's not very good, it's not going to last very long, and generally they will break right down on the handle. They'll split right there. So make sure you're going to be spending probably $10 to $15, up to $20 if you're going to get one that has a lot of tools with it, but you'll have a much better tool that will last a lot longer. Stapling is something that you sometimes need to do with the heavy-duty staplers, and Arrow's got a very nice little stapler. A lot of us grew up with the big Arrow stapler that would be something that you couldn't do until you're like 16 because it just took that much force. Well, Arrow's got a little bit smaller one now. This has got a little bit wider staple, a little wider crown. This is using the JT21 staples. And what's really kind of nice about that is it's actually a much easier squeeze than some of the old ones that we used to use all the time. This is something that a lot of people are giving really high reviews online. This particular one, again, the Arrow, it's the JT21 stapler. We'll put that link in the description below so you guys can check this out. But for upholstery or different things such as that, it's a great little tool. And I believe it can shoot 1/4 inch, 5/16, and 3/8 inch staples. So if you need to go with the larger ceiling tile staples, this won't do it. You'll have to go to the older traditional one. But for most applications, this is going to be a great stapler that won't kill your hand through the course of the day. Let's jump back to gloves. This was a find actually when I was going through and doing my shopping the other day. These are Milwaukee gloves, and what I like about this type of glove is that you've got a little bit of material on the back, but then in the front, you've got kind of a more of a rubberized that's going to keep your fingers a little drier. And in this case, they have texture. And so check this out. I'm going to put these on. These are actually in sizes. So this is an extra large right there. And it actually does fit my large hand. Yay! So you can go and get yourself these. I believe this little pack was maybe $10, somewhere in that ballpark. Just a little 6 pair. Extra large was the size I grabbed, but they had a variety of sizes there. I'll put the link in the description below where you can find these, but there's a lot of great little stocking stuffer ideas like this with gloves out there. Make sure you get the size that fits the hand. So our friends at Home Depot, they must really love to see me when I come into the stores with my basket empty. They have got this little driver's set. This is from Husky. And what this is a socket driving set, which you can use your cordless driver for. So it's got the end down here that fits into your cordless driving tool. Then the other side is either, let's see, I think it's quarter, 3/8, and 1/2-inch drive. So I can have a little longer version where I can go, or I can have the shorter version if I need that. Just a real kind of a neat little kit. They can use your traditional cordless drill driver with this and make it into a real socket driving tool for a lot of different applications around the house. I'll put a link in the description below so you guys can go check this out. So now we're going to shoot way past our $20 mark. This is something that is available very limited time here at Home Depot. This is from the Ryobi world. You've heard me talk a lot about Ryobi. This is the Ryobi. This is the 9 amp hour battery. 9 amp hours. Yeah, right there. This particular battery, you could use it in a lot of tools, as you can any of their batteries. But what's nice about this is it has a long, long runtime. So if you have the mower, two of these would be great. If you have the inverter, which you've seen me talk about, this would be great. If you have a drill and you don't mind the extra weight and you want the drill to last all day, this would be great. Not really a good application for it. It's too heavy. Yeah, no, it's not that heavy, but it is heavier. In an LED light, it's your full camping trip light right here. This would power it. So link in the description below. They are a special purchase going on right now at Home Depot. So running extension cords outside is something we have to do occasionally. This time of year, sometimes with my yard lights, I want to run the cords, but I don't have them, sealed and such. Well, this is what the solution is for that. This is, I want to give you the name. This is the Twist and Seal Max. They come in a couple of different colors, and what this is a little box, we'll call it, where you can actually drop the cords in. You plug them in, you drop them in, and you have these little gasket pieces that will kind of snug up on the cord. You can close it. You can seal it up, and let me just show you that. I'm going to close it, seal these up, and there's 3 of them so that they're going to give you full sealing all the way across. And now that cord is in here. These little rubber baffles will seal up to it nice and tight. See how they look? And now the 2 cords are joined and no water can get in here. I actually soaked a couple of cords together and put this in a tub of water, submerged it, and then opened it up with a piece of little toilet paper in here just to see if that toilet paper is going to get wet. And it did not get wet after being submerged for about 15 minutes, and then I got bored. Just a new thing there for those of us who are running cords. For those of you who've used these before, you know how awesome they are. These are the Twist and Seal Max, and I'll put a link in the description below so you can go check them out. Probably my second favorite spot to shop is Lowe's. And of course, that's where we get our Kobalt tools. Kobalt has a neat little cutting device, a heavy duty cutter that's available. And this is going to be something that's going to give you the ability to cut the plastic things you need to cut, the cardboard, some thinner material, some heavier plastics, even some thin metals. Very heavy duty little thing. And they're under $5. I think these were like $4 something when I was down there at Lowe's. So I picked up actually one for each building. Just a neat little scissors. These would be their 8-inch heavy duty shears that can cut, all sorts of different materials. You got to check these out, and they're not going to break the bank. I still haven't finished my fascination with gloves. I absolutely love gloves. And Craftsman has got a new one out for 2019, 2020. Let me see this is their extra large one. The model of this is the CMMT 14197, whatever that is. We'll have that. That way you can search it up. That's the model number of this. But what I like about this is that we have a glove. I want to find the one that my hand fits into. This is the one. We have a little glove here from Craftsman that I can wear as a person with a larger hand. It fits. I can do that. And then take a look at this. we have got this protection for the knuckles. So if I'm moving something and I bang into that refrigerator or whatever, the edge of it's going to protect my knuckles. And I don't know if you can see this. Yes, you can. Stitches. Those rubber things are stitched on. So they're not going to just peel off because they're glued on. Stitched on. This is about $20, under 20 at Lowe's. Craftsman gloves, and these might even be at other places also, but we've got two different versions of Craftsman gloves that I picked up this year. I wanted to go with this one, and I have a less expensive one. My boys love the less expensive ones, but for protection and such, I wanted these. And of course, you've got that nice reinforced palm and finger area for getting some grip and to be able to, nice gloves here. Check these out from Lowe's. Next, we're going to go outside and check out the Martha Stewart yard bag. This is her 48-gallon multi-purpose heavy-duty garden bag, which will allow you to go up and pick up leaves and different things out, branches, twigs, whatever you need to do out in the yard. And what's really cool about this is it's heavy-duty enough where you could carry a small person around in this. You can find that online for about $15, which is a great addition to anyone who's out there working in their yard or in their garden. They can fold it up when they don't need it, and when they need it to haul something, it's ready and available. Link down in the description below. And probably the one that I've talked about the most on all of our channels, and it's still a hugely popular one, is the little inflator from Ryobi. It's going to be available depending upon, I've seen rumors that this might be as low as $19.99. $24.99 is, or $24.95 is what it is at Home Depot right now. 18 volt, runs any 18 volt battery. It gives you the ability to pump up your tires. Now the gauge isn't the most accurate. It's off by a couple of pounds, but if you're going to be off by a couple of pounds and you're going to do all 4 tires, you're okay. You're doing pretty well. Generally, though, I have found that there is a little variance by a couple of pounds. But this is a great little addition because you can take the battery, slap it in, head on out, and put some air in a car tire until you can get to a larger pump. Or you can inflate basketballs with this. You can inflate bicycle tires, a lot of different things. I have multiple of these, and for those of you who've been keeping track and hear me talk about this, multiple of them, and none of them have died yet. So I've been using some of these for almost 3 years now, and we have not had one die on us yet. So a little inflator from Ryobi, definitely a tool you want to have around the house. Next, we're going to talk electricity. Klein Tools has got a little electricity tester that we're going to check out here. This is the NCVT2. What this does is it will tell you if there's electricity flowing through wires. Now, this could be something as small as a USB charger. It will tell you if there's electricity flowing through the wires. Or it can be something as large as a 110 or a 220 circuit wiring that's going through, and this will tell you if there's electricity flowing through the wires. Very simple to use. Push the button, off you go, and you're going to be able to test that. That's available online right now for around that $20. They have a variety of different ones. They have much more expensive ones, but for most homeowners, this one would be fine for about that $20 range. Link in the description below. Those of us who do a lot of projects, we love tape. Well, this is a tape you need to check out. This tape is from Rust-Oleum. This is their leak seal self-fusing silicone tape, which means that this tape can go underground and be able to protect wires and such. This is what some of the electricians use, but it could be used in a lot of different applications that aren't electrical in nature. You can use this in situations where you have maybe a small water leak on a low pressure system. This could help solve that or fix that. Or you might have a spot where you just need to seal something really well for air, whatever. This will do it. Just a quick little thing. It's only about $10 online, but it's going to have a lot of uses. And you probably don't think of the uses today, but once you have it and you're like, it's in your repertoire, you're going to find a lot of spots to use it. Another kind of passion of mine is tape measures, measuring things out and doing it accurately. Well, sometimes marking can be a problem. So let's take a look at this. This is the Quick Draw Pro, which is a simple system for marking wood or any project really, or anything. You can extend it out and get an accurate marking with a little bit of, there's a little lead piece in there. You'll be able to mark your project and be able to cut accurately. Accurate measuring, just a great option here from Quick Draw Pro. We'll put a link in the description below so you guys can check that out. If you've got kids, you have batteries, and then if you've got batteries, you want to have rechargeables. And if you have rechargeables, you need a charger. Well, with this world, we have not only the AA, AAA, and others, there's just so many sizes. Well, Nitecore has got a charger for you. Check this out. This is the Nitecore. This is their new i4 battery charger, which will handle all types of batteries. It'll do 4 different batteries at the same time. So I could have a AA, a AAA, a C, whatever. I can have a variety of batteries and charge them all at the same time. This one's gonna come in just a little bit over that $25, but if you wanna stay under the $20 range, which is the Nitecore i2 battery charger, and that will do the same variety of different batteries, except you're only doing 2 at a time instead of 4. I'm a big fan of flashlights, and this is actually one that was somewhat on my radar, but I wasn't going to get one until I saw a friend who had one, and it looked absolutely fabulous. This is from Craftsman. You can get this at Lowe's. This little $13 flashlight is incredibly versatile. It can adjust the head around to aim it exactly where you want. It has a magnetic base, so you can attach it to things and aim it where you want it to go. And it's really bright at 250 lumens, so it's going to be able to do a lot of things for you and make it illuminated. Yeah, that's what we would say. For about $13, it's a great deal. You can get that right now at Lowe's. You don't have to wait till Black Friday to go get that and have a nice little flashlight to keep in your toolbox. Well, that's pretty much our list for 2019, the holiday season coming up here. There's a lot of great tools out there and tool kits and things that are available coming up with Black Friday. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a sample of some of the things out there. So if you're kind of struggling of what to get that person who likes to get their hands dirty, there's some great options here on our list today. This is John Young with the Weekend Handyman. Thanks for watching.
For more tips and how-to videos, go to weekendhandyman.com.